My name is Kirstin Mitchell. I'm a researcher on the British National Survey of Sexual Attitudes and Lifestyles. I'm often asked whether people really do tell the truth about their sex lives in surveys of sexual behaviour. In fact, people generally do try to be accurate, especially if they think the research is important and if they feel reassured that their answers will be confidential. But there is one thing that has been puzzling sex researchers for many years, and that is why men report far more lifetime opposite-sex sexual partners than women, when in fact the average should be about the same. In NatSal, men reported an average of 14 lifetime partners, whereas women reported only 7. We looked into this and found that this gap could be explained by 3 main factors, which together account for about 2/3 of the difference. Firstly, individuals who reported very high numbers of partners skewed the average, and this effect was stronger for men than it was for women. Men in the top end reported an average of 110 partners, whereas for women it was only 50. Excluding these men and women reduced the overall average, closing the gender gap. Secondly, men were more likely to estimate than count their total. For example, among those reporting around 5 to 9 partners, 24% of men estimated, compared with only 15% of women. Finally, differences in sexual attitudes had an impact on reporting. Women were generally more conservative than men. They were less likely to view one-night stands as okay, and they were more likely to view sex outside marriage as always wrong. Adjusting for these attitudes narrowed the gap even further. Research relies on accurate reporting, so is this a problem? Well, the good news is that the gender gap has been closing over time as survey methods improve and as attitudes to sex relax. The other good news is the gender gap is much smaller for shorter time periods, and it's these periods that are crucial for doing things like measuring the transmission of STIs.